Today is an absolutely beautiful day, and it's also the perfect day to finally put on this Greddy exhaust and the rest of the Bomex kit. Now, yeah, I do have a wing for it, but it's technically not Bomex, so this will complete the Bomex that I have. I recently picked up this exhaust. Well, technically it was delivered from Texas, but this guy had it chilling in his backyard for honestly like a decade. It's an OG Greddy. It's in such great condition too. This Bomex slip I have had for a couple months. Just been waiting for the right time to put it on. And before I put on the exhaust, maybe I'll do a before and after exhaust clip. I have to admit, I'm not too eager to put on this aftermarket exhaust onto the Z because it has a stock KA in it. And we all know stock KAs don't sound the greatest with an aftermarket exhaust, but I'm hoping that this Greddy will quiet it down more than the average exhaust would. And also, fun fact, this is the 1-year anniversary for when the 240 was fully completed on its first test drive. Not complete, but when I finally finished putting on this quarter panel. Unfortunately, it doesn't look much different, but as you guys know, we have been grinding away on this thing. Unfortunately, Smokes and I only have about 5 hours a week to really put in time onto this cage, but that's okay because we've been crushing it on this 300ZX build. We finally got a Link ECU on it, wiring specialties harness, redialed in the front fitment, got the skirts on, and then we're about to finish up this NA series with the rear lip and the exhaust. Now, I will say another major reason I'm finally putting on this exhaust is because there's an exhaust leak directly in the center of the car, and I've determined that leak is coming from a rotted resonator. So it really needs to all be replaced because it's so crusty. But before I put it on, I'll give you guys the before. You kind of hear it too. Ugh, sounds so bad. Not the greatest sounding, but also not the worst. Let's jack this thing up and see what we have to work with. I'm also hoping that this exhaust is actually for a 2+2 like the guy said it was, and not a 2+0. It looks pretty short, doesn't it? I don't know. There's only one way to find out. Let's put it on. All right, first impressions under the car. Looks like the stock exhaust got pretty flattened out. So hopefully the Greddy one sits a little bit higher. This thing looks cooked. Oh my goodness. All right, well, I guess I'll start with unbolting it from the front, or should I just line it all up and make sure it's the right length? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. All right, let's grab the mid pipe, and we'll take a muffler. The flange in the front is lined up with where it needs to be, but if you look back here, it does look a little short, but I don't know if that's because it's so far down. You know what I mean? Well, we might as well just take it off and figure it out. Oh, I didn't realize I still had a cat on this thing. And this side is blocked off. I made a little plate for it. Gonna have to do that for the new exhaust too. And you can see all these little rust holes. I actually patched most of them before I put it on with these booger welds. This is just crusty metal that just won't adhere to welds, so yeah, it was time to go. See all the black spots? That's how you know you have an exhaust leak. I got the hardware unbolted, but next we need to just pull the whole exhaust back, which means I need to take it off of the rubber grommet things here in the back. These are always fun to get off. Sometimes it helps to spray like WD-40 or something on it, so it slips over this little nub. Ooh, that worked really well. Wow, that was really easy to take off. I guess we'll slide this thing out of here. Gotta move the jack. I just use the jack as a third point. I have 2 jack stands on either end, plus I have the wheels just in case. Worst case scenario, you can never be too safe with stuff like this. People always say like, why don't you use jack stands? Just because they see the jack. But it's really just an additional protector, you know? After laying the stock exhaust next to the Greddy exhaust, it looks like the Greddy is not for a 2+2. It is indeed shorter. So you can see the flanges here, evenly lined up. And you look at this side. Yeah, it's a good 4 inches shorter. And after a quick Google search, it looks like the 2+2 exhaust is routed differently to avoid the gas tank. So for example, the fuel tank on the 2+2 sits way lower, so the bends are much more harsh. So I think it might even hit here. I don't know, we'll test fit one and see how it works. I was more than willing to chop this up and extend it, but if these bends are different, yeah. I was gonna try and align the mounts at least, but I can't even get it up there. It's hitting the subframe down here, and then there's an exhaust mount right here that's hitting the fuel tank. Plus these hangers are way too short. The 2+2 seems way higher up. It pains me to have to put this crusty exhaust back on the car. I was really looking forward to getting rid of it. But before I put this old exhaust back on, while I was looking into the forums, there was an unconfirmed discussion about this mid-pipe. Is it the same as a 2+0 versus 2+2? I can at least test fit it for now just to verify, because I believe these outer two rings are supposed to go to the rubber mount on the chassis, and this goes directly to the flange that is actually in the factory location on the Z. I did also read that the 96 model only has a different flange orientation. Now, I don't know if this mid-pipe is actually from a 96. I got this one from Peyton a while ago. This car didn't even come with that mid-pipe to begin with, so I don't know. I guess we'll just figure it out. It's absolutely crazy how many differences there are with these cars. There's like NA versus twin turbo versus 2+0 versus 2+2, and everything fits differently, and versus 96 now. Wild. I'm sorry if this is hard to see. It's kind of crammed under here. So I have this one bolt loosely started with a nut to hold it on. With it lined up in position, you look back and look at that. It's still too short. It's supposed to reach all the way to that rubber bushing. So even the mid pipe is different. I'm glad I just remembered this. It's probably going to be easier to put this rear lip on before the exhaust, because you can kind of see it hugs under it. It goes in between the bumper and the exhaust will be on the bottom. So I guess we can finally put this thing on. I've been so eager to mount it. Might have to take off the rear wheels so I can properly drill some holes in the bumper for mounting. All right, let's try and hug it on one side and wrap it around. I also don't want to crack the fiberglass by holding it weird, you know? Oh, it's got to go over the tow hook too? How did I put this on last time? Man, this is a tight fit. Oh wow, it just snapped in position. Perfect. Wow, this fitment is great. Absolutely no hardware. It's perfect. Looks like there's already some holes drilled in this lip, so I'm probably just going to utilize those. So this is a pretty interesting body line here. It kind of splits off into two separate edges, if that makes sense. And the lip actually continues those two. The attention to detail is great with this kit. We'll drill ourselves a quick pilot hole, because this is where we want it to sit. Screw in some mounting hardware. Oh man, that's looking sweet. Smokes has entered the chat.
Damn.
Spicy?
Oh yeah.
Well, I guess we'll put this crusty exhaust back on. Man, it looks killer. Although, not so killer with the factory exhaust. But don't worry, I did order an aftermarket exhaust. We might end up just chopping off the mufflers and welding on the Greddy ones. We'll see when it gets here how it fits. But we're gonna do a well-deserved car wash to the Z because we are going to a meet later. Trying to bring back those OG vibes that have been lacking lately. I really like how these exert down. I don't know.
Diffuser?
Right? It's not like a diffuser, but like the diffuser style.
Diffuse shit.
That's sweet, man.
It helps direct airflow.
Oh yeah, super aerodynamic.
I mean,
this car is pretty aerodynamic, let's be honest. The roofline is way laid back compared to my other cars. Taco stop. Is this the new picture spot?
Oh my god, I didn't really realize that that went on.
Oh, party foul.
Dude,
the stock exhaust kind of kills it though.
no, it doesn't. It looks sweet.
What?
I mean, yeah, it needs to have its Greddy on there, but are you kidding me? Why does it look like, at the same time as being so aggressive, it somehow like is really clean and just flows like... Bomex did a great job on this.
Right? 2000 spec, baby. They knew what they were doing with this kit.
Yeah, this is awesome.
A lot of 2000 stuff is a little flashy, but...
So you're about to cut up this other exhaust and weld in a Greddy muffler?
as soon as it comes in, you already know, man.
Say less. That's gonna be
Got
awesome.
the piping ordered.
Wow. Big fan.
Man, just like the good old days, dude.
feels good.
Yeah.
You should have parked right there. Show me how to do it.
We finally made it to the meet, and we got our special guest here, Mr. Caden.
What's up?
Came all the way from Ohio?
No, Indiana.
Indiana. Might as well be Ohio.
5 hour one way.
5 hours to come to the meet. But he didn't come empty-handed. He brought the
Oh.
caps for my wife.
Gotta have something on there.
You crack me up, dude.
I hope you need another nut for that one.
Oh, is it too thick?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Boy.
That's fine. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, man, it's on, man.
That's what I want right there.
Mr. James Allen.
240. Cool.
This is the guy I bought my RB off of how many years ago? 4 or 5? 5? Yeah, I don't even know.
That's 13.
With a notch.
What a notch time.
It's converted.
It's a heavy
But
valve cover.
that's
I
sweet,
needed to run
dude.
this valve cover to run that manifold.
Did you really? For clearance issues?
Well, yeah, because the T fitting goes right there.
Oh yeah, the T comes out right there.
It sounds sick. It sounds
Dude, it's sweet. What manifold is this?
good. Silk Road Long Runner.
Silk Road Long Runner. I've never even heard of that. It looks cool.
It looks really cool.
Sounded great coming in.
Where's your charcoal canister at? Oh no, I don't see it. I replaced it.
What is that? It's a probe. I've never seen this color before.
The trunk.
Look at the headlights.
Look at the grill badge and compare it to your car.
I think.
Headlights projectors? Those are retrofitted for sure.
Oh, really?
I think so. Like it literally is like meetings. It doesn't.
All right, I saw this thing pulling in. I thought it was a Maxima, but actually, it's a Camry. 94 Camry.
The engine is second gen, yeah. 93.
Boosted.
93, yeah.
The coolant hose is crazy, actually, but damn. Also, the owner said this was in Fast and Furious 2. It was one of the scramble cars from that scene where they're all leaving the warehouse. That's pretty wild. It's a true survivor from 2000 scene. Clear tails, too.
If I could get the scene right.
Yeah, it's like right
Right there?
Yeah.
No way.
Up front.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
JDM front Integra? Oh, yes.
Ooh. Track.
I think it's sweet. What hood is that? I'm gonna scoot it that way a little bit. There you go. You're good. You're good. It only works like the last final option. Final option. It's not ultimate. Baby Chase's first meet. Yeah.
I wanted the lights where the guy sold them. Or maybe
Damn, that thing is perfect.
That's the guy from my neighborhood. Remember when it
That was the one that we saw under the tarp?
Covered up by
I told you it was an
You're like,
S14.
you're in this 14. I'm like, I don't know, man. It might not be, and it was. That's the guy from my neighborhood.
I know my S chassis. Damn, that thing is so clean. Pretty solid turnout for the first meet.
And then vendors.
Yo!
Hey, no revenue.
Hey, get the eggs. Get the eggs. That thing's fresh off the boat.
Is that an FRS?
What? Look at these dudes.
So what's the point in trying anymore? You're not here. You never were. You're not here. changed everything. They trained you, but that's just life. They changed you.
This has been a great meet, man.
It's not so bad. You're used to this. There's a reason you're alone. So what's the point in trying anymore?
See you, brother. Andrew's here, but he took off his GT wing. Damn, that's sweet. Well, tonight's meet was an absolute success. I think we definitely brought back those OG car vibes, which was the whole point of this meet. There was one small mishap where some guy started to rev his truck, and I actually ran up to him and turned the car off and told him to leave because we don't want that around here. So, other than that, perfect day. I honestly waited till the end to make sure, you know, everyone left without doing burnouts and whatnot. And I know these few guys, so they're chill. But I am gonna walk around and clean up the garbage that was left. Luckily, there's not too much, so. See ya, bro. Clean 8.6. I've been to meets where the whole parking lot looks trashed. And I call this a car meet because it's not really a car show. Again, it's like project car vibes. I want people to bring what they build. That way, you know, you can meet other people. That's why it's called a meet. You're mostly growing connections with people like-minded to you. Just got to keep those good vibes and share them with other people. That's what it's all about. That's how you grow the scene and make it a better place. But man, that Z is looking good. It wasn't so bad cleaning up a few pieces of trash. You got to respect a lot if you plan to keep using it, you know what I mean? Once you start leaving trash everywhere, they're definitely not going to want you back. I know for sure I wouldn't.